Happy people, Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with my very first layout using the Cocoa Daisy Autumn Thicket collection. And today I'm doing sort of an amusing layout. You can see that that leaf there said, "You can't tell me what to do, you're not my dog." And I was inspired. I just happened to take these photos right before I unboxed this collection, and it's of my puppy herding my husband towards the pup cup in the Starbucks line. She thinks she is a cat, so she is sitting on his shoulders. Don't worry, we are in line at Starbucks, not moving. And so I have a couple of complimentary photos that I'm going to be adding to it as well. On the left hand side there, I chose to print those in black and white so that the main photo, the one that really stood out, was the one of my husband and the dog. And I'm making myself a tag here that has my title on it, and it says, "Take me to the pup cup, good sir," because it's just hilarious how she's sitting there all prim and proper, perched on the back of the seat and just letting him know where she wants to go. It was just, she's very funny, and she gets very excited about pup cups, and so here we are. So I'm going to use both of these blue papers for my whole page, and I'm going to trim off this bottom so that it is nice and tight to the title. And I actually did not have an idea of where I wanted to go with like the design and the layout of this photo or of this layout. So I'm trying to make this title work with these two smaller photos, but it's the tag and the photos are just large enough that they really just don't want to go on the same page together. In fact, all of my photos are large enough that it just does not want to work. So I struggle a little bit with positioning, and I really like the way that this was happening with that golden chipboard circle, and I end up putting it down because I like it so much. I liked the positioning of the rectangle and the square and the circle together, but I end up just not loving the way that this tag is going down for this page. And so I'm going to put this down, and I think I like this, and I actually do like this. And if it had just been these two photos, I probably would have left it like this and figured out where I was going to go from there. But I put it down and I just don't love it. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to move it eventually, or fairly quickly, because I also want to incorporate that leaf in that says, "You can't tell me what to do, you're not my dog," because I'm never going to find another more perfect photo than this set of photos for that phrase. So I end up deciding that those two shapes conflict. So the circle with the phrase on it and the leaf with the phrase on it ends up being too distracting when I'm trying to make them work together. So the first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to put down this paper strip, and it's really amusing to me because I just kind of put this down as a placeholder initially and end up going with it, and I use a lot less paper on this page than I normally use, which I find amusing because paper is normally my thing. Paper and wordy bits are normally my thing when I go to scrapbook. So the fact that I use so little paper on this page is quite amusing, but it comes out real well, so that's okay. So I'm still trying to work this pup cup tag and this photo together, and I can see that it's not coming together. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to try and put it over here instead. I'm going to pull up this golden moment, which makes me very sad. I'll try and incorporate it when I have that leaf down as well, and it just won't work, but that's okay. I can use it for something else. I'm just going to put this tag right here instead because it's going to be like, it takes up a lot of dead space in my photos when I put it there in a way that I cannot make it work for this photo over here. So I got this, "You don't get to tell me what to do, you're not my dog." Okay, now it's coming together a little bit better. I'm going to try out that golden moment circle. It's not going to happen. That's okay. We can add other things in instead. So I have some word bits pulled aside that I think will work with this page, or at least the theme of this page. I always struggle to get the backing off of these sticky word bits, which I love that they are adhesive. That makes me very happy, but man, my fingernails, I have very short fingernails, and it is just hard for me to get anything adhesive off the back. I realized that I had put that down crooked, so I'm fixing it. Now I'm going to add another one that says this is delish. And I put it in the exact same place on this photo that I put it on the upper photo, just as sort of a mirror so that they repeat themselves. And now I need some journaling. I'm going to try and put this journaling card here, but I feel like it takes up too much space and there's too much repetitive white for me to put the whole journal card there. So instead I'm going to trim it. I like doing that a lot, creating my own journal strips out of journaling cards that have that dot grid or just regular grid, so that I have a place to, you know, a guide for my journaling, because I can never write straight anyway. Now I'm going to put this orange string on this tag because I feel like this orange color matches and complements the orange of those papers that I chose very well. All right, so we're getting close here. I feel like we have the basic layout going on, but it's a little bit meh, a little bit boring, so I need to add a little bit to it, I think. So I'm going to take these tags and ephemera from the collection, and I'm going to start layering in some more of these tags. There's a bunch of tags in the collection, so I'm just going to grab ones that I think will match and will stand out really well, and I'm going to layer a bunch behind the photos. I feel like there needs to be something down here on the bottom as well, so I'm kind of layering some ephemera to see if I like that. Not quite sure yet though, so we're gonna just leave them there for a minute. There's these really cute paper clips in the collection. They're leaf shape, which doesn't necessarily match the vibe of my layout because this isn't really a fallish layout, even though it was taken in September and he's wearing a hoodie, so it works. I should have said something about pumpkin spice in the journaling or something and drawn it all together, but we were not getting pumpkin spice that day, so it wasn't true to the story. I was feeling like there was just too much blue down on the bottom of these pages, so I'm going to create a torn paper bottom for these two bottom pages, and I'm just going to add this brown wood at the bottom of each page. So I like the way that that looks. It adds some more horizontal lines, makes it a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna add in this ephemera. I felt like a little dollar ephemera would work here because, you know, we're in line at Starbucks, which costs more than $1, but pup cups are free, so there's that. So I'm gonna stick 2 of them under here. Gonna add some of these enamel dots, but oh, you saw I tried. I wanted it to work, but it was just not gonna work. So I'm going to add these enamel dots instead. I don't think, oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to add my tri-dot gold standard, little bit of bling in each corner. I like this light green. I think this complements the page pretty well. So there's that. I decide, of course, I need a third set, so I'm going to fill in this space here because I felt like there was a weird gap there. It's perfect. All right, so I'm feeling like, yeah, I could be done with this page, but I'm feeling a little meh still about it. So what I decided to do is I want to bust out the stamps from the Autumn Thicket collection. So I'm kind of looking through, seeing what will work. And I decided to create a fun little tab using Catherine Pooler Mandarin Spice ink and this cute label tab stamp thing. And I end up adding the phrase, what do I add in there? I add a phrase to the tab that's also in the stamp set. What does it say? Remember. Okay. I just felt like there needed to be a little bit more of this orange, this pop of orange in that paper strip on the page as well. So I'm going to stick this here. Remember, this was delish. She definitely remembers every time that Starbucks is the best. And I feel like if I'm going to go with leaves, I'm going to go all in with leaves. So I'm going to grab some of these chipboard leaves and I'm going to fill in this space that was really bothering me with these leaves, which will tie in the paper clip and the like leaf phrase over there. I think maybe one more and we are good to go. Yep, that added my journaling and I'm all set. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. There's a link to Cocoa Daisy in the description box below if you are interested in checking out the Autumn Thicket collection. And I will see you next time. All right, thank you.